Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram today. And on this particular Cricket Happening Show, dear friends and subscribers, I'm going to start off with some news which is coming out of international cricket. It has been, it's a bit of a surprise considering it has come as a bit of a surprise that the Australian all-rounder Shane Watson has decided to retire from Test cricket. Now that came like a real, for me, it's like a shock because he's such a talented player. One would remember that Sir Garfield Sobers mentioned that if at all he sees someone who is in the same breath as him, it was the Australian player Shane Watson, who was really performing well as an all-rounder. But as you know, Shane Watson's career has been riddled with a lot of injuries. He has not been able to play in a continuous vein for the Australian team because of the injuries. And what Shane Watson has done, as has been happening in recent times, because of the overkill of cricket, Shane Watson has decided that enough is enough, and he has decided to retire only from Test cricket. So he would still play one-day cricket and one-day T20 cricket, no doubt about it. So he could still live up to the billing as to what Sir Garfield Sobers, or the West Indies former great living legend Sir Garfield Sobers, said of Shane Watson. Well, it has really come as a surprise during the one-day series, where Australia are doing well against England. Shane Watson has decided to hang up his boots as far as Test cricket is concerned, as this Ashes Test series was the last for Shane Watson. He retires after playing 59 Test matches. He started his career way back in 2005. He scored 3,731 runs at an average of 35.19. He took 75 wickets, and I'm also trying to see how many centuries did he hit in that span in his tenure as far as Test cricket. So as I said, Shane Watson has retired from Test cricket for good. So definitely that place is up for grabs now. So probably one of the budding all-rounders from Australia will fill that space which has been kept vacant now with Shane Watson deciding to retire. Now, just talking about Shane Watson, well, he came on in a very great fashion. He did well against all the teams, the only thing that was there was Shane Watson is more. He's a very good player, no doubt about it. He's one of those bits and pieces player. He contributes to the bat, he contributes to the ball, and also he's a good fielder to boot. Well, he had decided that enough is enough, and because of the injuries, as I said, he has not been having a regular place in the Australian mix of things because of his injury, and that has prompted Shane Watson to say goodbye to Test cricket. So one good thing that will happen is that Shane Watson will be able to actually concentrate more on T20 and one-day internationals, for which he is known as a good specialist. And so that is the news which is coming in from Australia. The other news that I would like to talk about is, as you know, West Indies are there is a tour of for the upcoming Test series against Sri Lanka. As you know, Sri Lanka are coming to the West Indies, if I am not wrong. So in that tour, which is going to take place, in fact, Dinesh Ramdin has been removed as the captain of West Indies for the upcoming two Test series against Sri Lanka, and Dinesh Ramdin has been replaced by Jason Holder. Now you know that Clive Lloyd, the head of the selection committee, did a real sort of a surprise to everybody by naming Jason Holder as captain for the World Cup 2015. But Jason Holder definitely proved that he had some captaincy material in him, and that has prompted Clive Lloyd to now replace Dinesh Ramdin as captain and induct Jason Holder also into the Test mix of things, as he was only there for the one-day internationals. Now Jason Holder will be the captain of the West Indies cricket team when Sri Lanka comes to the West Indies to play two Test matches. And also Clive Lloyd feels that he's the one one can expect some real dynamism from this gentleman, Jason Holder. And why not? He has already proved himself with the bat too. One would remember in that match against England how we took them to victory in one of the test matches, if I'm not wrong, against England. And he's always been a good contributor. He has been a person who has been giving 100%, whether it be with bat, ball, or on the field, and also as a captain. And Craig Brathwaite would be the vice captain of the team. And then there are some, in fact, Carlos Brathwaite. In fact, there are two new faces coming into the West Indies team. One is fast bowler Carlos Brathwaite, and also left arm spinner Jamal Warrican. And both these players actually play for Barbados. But I'm a bit surprised that Veersamy Perumal, who did well against the Australians, has not been selected. And Dinesh Ramdin will not be the captain, but will be the wicket keeper. But in the same token, but one feels a bit sorry for Dinesh Ramdin, the wicketkeeper batsman, because he actually captained West Indies in only 13 tests. And out of the 13 tests, I thought Dinesh Ramdin definitely, I wouldn't say it's a bad record. He won 4 matches for West Indies, but they lost 7 and drew 2. So it's not a bad record either. But one is a bit surprised. I'm surprised that Dinesh Ramdin has been replaced by Jason Holder. And Jason Holder, we all know that he is really capable of some great things in the future, no doubt about it. So the rest of the squad consists of Jason Holder. I actually spoke a bit too early. It is they are the ones. In fact, West Indies are the ones who are actually touring Sri Lanka. So I actually was probably speaking a bit too early here. So West Indies squad: Jason Holder captain, Craig Brathwaite is the vice captain of the team, Devendra Bishu, Jermaine Blackwood, who did impressively, Carlos Brathwaite, Darren Bravo, Rajendra Chandrika, who was given a chance against Australia but couldn't do much. Shane Dowrich gets once again comes back into the West Indies squad. Shannon Gabriel, Shai Hope, who's a very good all-rounder in the making. Dinesh Ramdin, Kemar Roach, Marlon Samuels, Jerome Taylor, Jamal Warrican. So there's still no place for Kieron Pollard. Chris Gale, as you know, is injured, and there's no place for Dwayne Bravo. So that's the team composition as far as West Indies are concerned. Now let me see whether there is any other news that I could cover, dear fans, friends, subscribers. If at all there is one, I could definitely speak about that. Yes, we all know that David Warner is out of this tour, is out of this one-day series because of the fractured thumb that he had when he trying to hook Stephen Finn. The other news that I have here, Shoaib Malik from Pakistan and Azhar Ali have been given Category A contracts as far as Pakistan cricket is concerned. The other news that I have here is to say that Rahul Dravid, the former great batsman from India, has said that Ajinkya Rahane is a special player and one can really expect some great things from him. And if you know Ajinkya Rahane, one has to say he's a great player, because anyone who starts scoring centuries abroad in a very, very consistent fashion is supposed to be a great player, according to me, because going and scoring pitches on pitches that are not really foreign, I think it requires a great deal of skill, and I think Ajinkya Rahane definitely possesses that skill, and he's definitely a special person, no doubt about it. And if you look at Ajinkya Rahane's record, he has actually reeled off centuries wherever he has gone and reeled off centuries, be it Australia, England, whichever countries he has toured so far. I'm happy to say that Ajinkya Rahane has definitely scored centuries, and why not? That's the precise reason he was the victorious captain on the India-Zimbabwe tour too. So definitely, I feel that Ajinkya Rahane fits the bill superbly for India, and I'm sure we are going to hear a lot about Ajinkya Rahane. So that is something that I wanted to share. Well, other than that, dear fans, subscribers, there are no matches happening right now, so I just wanted to share about this. So goodbye to Shane Watson as far as Test cricket is concerned. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, on this note, it's about time for me to end up this cricket show, but promising you that you will be seeing more of my cricket talk here on this Cricket Afternoon Show tomorrow, that is on a Monday. Till such time I see you, it's goodbye from here. Thank you.